Hello guys, Kelt here. I'm actually going to do a video about the trade that I actually took on it. So whenever I want to get in a position, I like to see where we are trading on the daily time frame, right? So what can I see from here? We can actually see that once this high was formed, we actually get a huge breakdown on it, right? And we went back to retest and we failed to make another high, right? So price literally come back down. And knowing this, I, at least from my perspective, I want to look for some short position, okay? But the thing is, we don't want to just, like a lot of people know about supply and demand, we don't actually just want to short this blindly. Like, we don't want to put, oh, there's a supply here, let me just short. No, that's not how I really do things. First, because we actually have these poor hikes right here, right? When you see a structure forming like this, what will probably happen is all these poor highs will get squeezed out, and then price will then move. The same on the long side, right? I mean, if I have a perfect trend, I like to say most of the traders will put, oh, stop loss here, stop loss here, stop loss here, right? Because higher low, higher low, higher low. But what the market often does is market takes all of this liquidity and then moves up, right? So knowing this, on the daily, we don't want to just put a blindly limit order here to go short, right? So I just want to know the zone I want to do business, right? And if we see closely, we have this high volume node, right? So if volume node is like this, let me just draw this, and price comes back here, often this will play as resistance. Okay, so we can do one thing. If I want to be on the long side, I want to, let me just throw some rectangle here. If I want to be on the long side, I want to wait for some kind of reclaim and then long here, right? But since this high volume node was actually struggling for price to break up, I want to go look for a short position. So I actually went on the 30-minute chart where I actually uh, often take trades. I put my volume profile here, and as you can see, you have this high, you have this another attempt to go, and liquidity was not taken. So liquidity was taken, and we can see another move down. The thing is, as I talked about, we have compression here, right? The thing that I actually talked about. So like I said, you don't want to you don't want short here. Oh, stop loss, stop loss, stop loss. You want to wait for compression. I call this compression, or poor highs, if you want to call them that. This gets taken, and then you want to enter some short position. Okay, so what I like to do is, once this compression gets taken out, I want to look for short positions, uh, and then I like to confirm my entry. So what I like to do is I always like to check some order flow footprint charts to confirm my entries, right? So this is the price section. You have this CVD, open interest, and delta bars, right? You have this statistics delta and volume down here. So let me just show this. When you I'm gonna just keep it simple, okay? When you have open interest going up and CVD going up, it just means that longs are opening. Now, some people might say, "Oh, you have open interest and CVD going up, you have more longs than short." No, that's not true, okay? Because for every buyer, there has to be a seller. When CVD is going up and open interest is going up, it just means that the buyers are going more aggressive. Okay, you have more directional buyers coming into the market. Okay, so if you actually think about it, you have this market buying a lot. You can actually just check that delta is really positive here. Look how delta is going, open interest is going, CVD is going. You have these buyers up, but once price, let me just, once price starts bringing it down, where are the buyers now? like they are losing steam. Okay, so once price goes back down, and if we have a pullback like we have here, it was when I actually enter short, we can assume that the rest of the sellers will be positioning for the next move down, and these buyers will try to exit on break even. Like, I mean, if you actually get long here, right? Let's say you want a long. Most people don't use stop loss. They just go aggressive buying, right? You buy here. Once price comes back, you want to try. They will try to get out on break even, which these two signs will lead to the next leg down. So when price actually retests this, why my stop loss is there? Because this compression, let me just, this compression was taken out, right? If this wasn't taken out, this kind of compression, my stop loss will have to be here, right? Because I see a lot of people, they get stopped out because they see like this, oh, another higher low, let me just put my stop. And what the market often does, like I said, market will do this and then just go. So I always like to check how the other people will have their positions. So once this was taken out, like you have this high, so to speak, right? Market does this, and then my stop loss was basically here. So actually went short. It was a very good entry in my opinion. And once I am getting into position, I always like to get filled on the low volume node. That was this, right? So let's say I'm bearish, right? You have this high volume node, you have this low volume node, and you have this high volume node, right? Always I like to get like this, because when so to speak, let me just, high volume node, and this is sorry guys, you have this high volume node and you have this low volume node. Okay, so on high volume node, price tends to just consolidate, right? On the low volume node, price moves faster, okay, because you don't have a lot of volume coming. So our price will just go, or it will reject. In this case, I'm looking for rejections. Good thing to reject. I have my setup where you have these trapped buyers appear. They will try to exit on break even. The rest of the sellers will just limit selling, basically. And this actually led to a very big move, right? I didn't cut it all because, you know, I like to target, but Heath was basically destroyed, right? And why my target was here? Because if you can actually see, you have compression up here, right? And you have compression up here. So you have these poor lows. So you have to think about it. If I was long, my stop loss will be here. It will be here. I mean, you have these very poor lows, right? So I would say it will basically bounce from here, but it just went knocked down. So yeah guys, this is it. Thank you for